On today's Homegrown Hunter TV, we are headed west to hunt with Tyler Mann of Saskatchewan Goose Company. I'm joined by a very special person, Randy Laundrie. Randy is like a father to me, and to be able to share a blind with him for his first Western waterfowl experience was going to be a delight. Bloor was also going to be with us and to get in on some action to make some feathers fly. We're also going to have a special guest, Andy Laidley of Kent Cartridge. He's going to explain some details about 2.0. Adventures in the outdoors are to be embraced, passed down to our children to enjoy the bounty that Mother Nature has to offer in its organic form. As the seasons pass, the pursuit of our quarry changes, and we as hunters gather to celebrate the success of our hunt. Learning from our mistakes and teaching our children. We cannot always build their future, but we can build the youth for the future. That is what the Homegrown Hunter is all about. Welcome as we share our experiences, our lessons, and our good eats.
Homegrown Hunter TV is brought to you by Rack Stacker, Canada's leader in big game attractants. Gambleford Chrysler, a small town dealer with a huge inventory. And Huckabones Equipment, Ottawa Valley's Kubota dealer. Altan Outdoor Solutions, Badlands Packs and Apparel. Bishop Lake Outdoors, Spy Point Trail Cameras. First Place Trailers, the original portable winch. And these other fine partners.
We had arrived at the lodge with nothing short of excitement. After a good night's rest and gear packed, we had headed for the field to get our blinds all set up. As soon as the tailgate of the trailer dropped, I knew that we were with the right guys. Everything was perfectly organized and had its place. These guys meant business and everything was prepared for the day. Of course, with every good hunt, you work as a team to get everything prepared. Our guides, Colton Paul and Kyle Tyhurst, were preparing A-frames that were already been fitted with grass from the surrounding area. There was 2 of these blinds that needed to be put in place. We were right at the point of a cattail marsh between 2 ponds and a cut grain field. Perfect for geese to feed on in the middle of the field. This morning's hunt, we were joined by Kevin Coombs as well. He's been on the Rack Stacker team for over 10 years. He's a very dedicated hunter. Kevin spent the better part of his time packing tall grasses into the blind to better conceal us, while his son Nathan, which was also part of the Rack Stacker team, was out getting decoys in place with Randy and Tyler. Nathan and Tyler had been longtime buddies. They went to college together, guided with each other out west for years, and they make a point of getting out together every year to enjoy some fast action waterfowling. It took about an hour between 8 guys to get completely set up for the morning hunt. We had a slight northwest wind, not much of a breeze, as we certainly wanted, but it was right at our back, so that was a bonus. The prairie morning sky was beautiful, just needed to wait until some action arrived. Since Rack Stacker's inception in 2007, we've been North America's leading big game mineral. With spring just around the corner, we're in full production with our customer favorites, Blaze, Glory, Stacked, and Heavyweight for whitetail deer, elk, and moose. With near instant results, you could be using Rack Stacker to increase your game population on your property.
And this is Rack Stacker.
Visit rackstacker.ca for all product details and retail outlets across the continent.
Located in Cloyne, Ontario, Bishop Lake Outdoors is the largest Browning gun and accessory dealer in the area. Bishop Lake Outdoors has a large selection of guns to choose from, including rifles, muzzle loaders, shotguns, and it's the area's only authorized Excalibur dealer. Celebrating 20 years in business serving the community. Stop in and see the staff at Bishop Lake Outdoors. Spy Point Trail Cameras, the official trail camera of the Homegrown Hunter TV and the Rack Stacker Elite staff.
Nice job, boys.
Tyler, group over the power lines there.
Lay down.
Off the left. Keep your head down when you shoot.
That's right.
There's a nice low bunch coming straight across the power line. When you see ducks on the horizon while goose hunting, you're going to want to get your mojos turned on, because they like to see the movement.
Shoot 'em up front. Oh yeah, boys, look at them feathers fly, boys. Woo!
With little to no wind, these geese were everywhere. but they didn't know how they wanted to approach the decoys. This was a challenge for filming as they were all around us at times. Coming straight for you, buddy.
You prepare for it all year long with the intent to fill your tag. Strategy, setup, and long sits are all part of the game. And when Mother Nature settles in for the late season, it's important to be comfortable. Not even her elements can stop you from obtaining your end goal. Don't jeopardize that opportunity. Get yourself into an Altan ground blind or tree stand. Altan Outdoors, your first front in the hunt. Centrally located between Toronto and Ottawa is Eastern Ontario's premier supplier of all-purpose cargo trailers. At First Place, we sell specialty trailers such as car haulers, quad trailers, snowmobile trailers, or customize your own by coming to see us for all your accessory needs. We also specialize in the complete stealth lineup, located just south of the 401 in Brighton, Ontario. Visit firstplacetrailer.ca.
For today's tech tip, I wanted to invite Andy Laley, he's the Vice President of Kent Cartridge Canada, onto the show to talk to you about why you need to be looking at the Fast Steel 2.0 by Kent. I've been shooting them for the last couple of years now, but as you already know, I'm not as much of a waterfowl as this fellow right here. So we're going to talk to him about the 2.0 and why Fast Steel is the important one to be going with.
All the enhancements in the Fast Steel 2.0 over the original Fast Steel were really designed for Canadian waterfowl. When you look at something like a precision plated steel that's plated with zinc, so we wanted something that was water resistant. There's two spots on a shell that water can enter in, or moisture can enter in. One of them is where the crimp is, at the front end of the shell, and one of them's around the crown. So if moisture was to get in there, you don't want your regular steel shot to clump up. It's a safety hazard, plus you're not going to shoot a duck with it. So that's one of the things we did. We made that standard in 2.0. You have zinc-plated steel.
So the zinc is actually going to stop it from corroding at the end of the crimp.
That's right. It resists. If moisture was to enter in here, those pellets aren't going to clump together. So one of the other things we did is put in a much more reliable primer. So the CX2000 primer burns hot. It's very consistent. And when we use double base powders, you know, these are things that get those pellets up to speed quickly. So by using a hot primer and custom blending our powders, we're able to do that safely. We changed the base wad so that it was more rigid, so you're not going to have that case expansion.
I want to touch base on that too, because what really caught my eye about when we first started talking about this, I think it was 2 years ago now, you were saying the East Coast guys that are out there with the salty waters and stuff like that, you've got the nickel head covering on it, right?
That's
so
right.
it makes it shiny. Some people think it's kind of shiny and it increases the cost, but there's a purpose behind it.
So like most of the heads these days are steel. Okay, so whether they're coated with brass or whether they're plated with nickel, that's to resist corrosion too. Okay, so the other thing it does the nickel is a little slicker, so it allows it to cycle better, you know. But it is another one of the features that, you know, aids in a better corrosion. So everything that we did with this product, we designed for Canada. You want something that's going to perform consistently, whether it's the early season and it's 28 degrees Celsius, or whether we're doing late goose season and it's minus
Cold,
20
freezing
Celsius.
up. I do know that, so when we were in the blind out west, a lot of the guys were shooting the Ken 2.0s. So, I mean, for me to show up at a blind with the same shells, I felt like I was part of the gang. So,
Yeah.
I have seen these shells showing up at a lot of dealers as well. So if you're looking for a local dealer with the Ken 2.0, be sure to check them out.
Yeah, you can go on our website, kencartridge.com. There is a dealer locator on there. Put in your postal code, it'll direct you to the nearest dealer.
Fantastic. Well, Andy, I appreciate your time.
Hey, thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Take care.
Thanks, guys. Let's get back to the show.
Closed captioning has been brought to you by the original portable winch. Compact, lightweight, and can be carried anywhere.
After getting a count of our morning geese, we headed back to the lodge for some wholesome lunch. After that, we were going to get after some afternoon ducks. The amount of ducks that we were seeing compared to my home was truly amazing. Booner had his work cut out for him. It seemed that every time he brought the ducks back in, we were back into shooting again. For a 1.5-year-old old lab, that dog was working amazing and never slowed down.
Huckabone's equipment in Cobden, Ontario has received multiple excellence awards for service, quality, and selection. When it comes to Kubota equipment in the Ottawa Valley, Huckabones is your go-to. You can rely on Kubota to get the job done year-round. From excavators, lawnmowers, to compact tractors, Huckabones goes the distance to ensure customer satisfaction. Be sure to check out huckabones.com to see their full line of quality equipment.
This is outdoor country, and this is help out your neighbor country. Hi, I'm Tom Wallace from Campbellford Chrysler, where we support Homegrown Hunter TV. We believe in our local community. We're committed to our customers. We take our vehicles as seriously as you do your hunting. We're here to make you look good and get through that rough terrain. If we don't have the new or used vehicle you're looking for, we'll get it at the price that will keep you coming back. Come home to the small town dealership with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Campbellford Chrysler, Grand Road South. Proud supporter of Homegrown Hunter TV.
The occasional goose come by in the afternoon as well, and what Tyler taught me was to shut off your mojos. Geese don't like the movement, whereas the ducks will come in right after it. It's good to have your mojo on a remote to shut it off when you see geese coming your way. Here comes the group from the left. Thousands of ducks were surrounding us at this point. There was no way that I could capture it all. Even if you only get out west once, you need to give it a try. The action out here is insane.
I don't know, a bunch of them in the camera anyways.
Yep. Got it all. Woo! Good one, Pete.
For past episodes, be sure to check out hghtv.ca. Until next time.